And welcome back, fans and friends. I have this video upcoming, a Hobby Shop Series 15 from Greenlight. Obviously there you can see a limited edition die-cast metal chases and French and English Series 15, 14 plus. And I just noticed actually on the previous M2 that I did, it was also 14 plus. So are people breaking them and eating them? Anyway, 1/64 scale advertised on front. And this is a 1963 Chevrolet Bel Air. A vehicle I believe I've done, but I've done the Maestro, the Lowriders, or was it Greenlight Lowriders? It might have actually been just the Impala. And the Capri. The Capri and the Impala. Anyway, we're just going to say that this is the first time I have done the Bel Air. I am hoping that hood opens. We have been disappointed in the past with Greenlight, so hopefully this one opens. You can see the cutouts. So we'll just get on that. There's a limited edition number, 0187. As you know, they usually only make 10,000. But sometimes there's a 5-digit version of it, so I don't know what to tell you. Limited edition, 14 plus, 164. French and English, die-cast metal chases, Hobby Shop. There's the Greenlight collectibles of this year, and the 132nd day of this year, 14562M. We have Dodge, Carroll Shelby. I did that one in the last video, nobody watched. There's a Dodge, GM, and Ford. Even though the Dodge, this is actually Ram. What here is Ram? So technically these are Dodges and not Rams, because Ram was a brand and name change rather than a historical revisionist application. There was a French company I did a while ago, a really nice vehicle I liked, but the hood didn't open. But they tried to pull that crap off, and they shouldn't. You should always learn from history, even if you don't like it, especially if you don't like it. Anyway, 1963 Chevrolet Bel Air, and with the vintage gas pump we saw on the front there. And the Impala, but it's 1981, not 1963. I already have, I believe, a bunch of these. I'm not going to get any more. Dodge Diplomat, without the opening hood, it's really just a boring square on wheels. And then obviously the Ram Power. Do they have Ram twice here? Dodge Ram Power Ram instead of Dodge Power Ram or Dodge Ram Power. Anyway, Shelby I've already done. This I saw, so if I do see that again, I may or may not get it. Anyway, FCA, Shelby and the GT350, even though it's a GT500, which is unusual because they're trademarking something not referenced here. But that just could simply be a numerical error. Anyway, I don't need to... Should I reiterate how much this thing looks like an Impala? Do people want to watch a comparison video? You know what? The Impala is not very far away. Just a second. And I'm back. So the two Impalas that were closest within reach were these two. This is one of my favorite series, running on empty. I believe series 24, 25, and this is the SS version, I believe 1963. Nope, 1964. And then this one is 1963 from Barrett Jackson, their auction version. And they're both SSs, so they are without a doubt the highest end version of the vehicle. But what I wanted to say is just how, for me, I'm not a historian, I'm not really... I am actually an amateur historian, but I'm not a car historian. Right, I just grew up around them, so... Anyway, people who are more accurate than me will pick this up better than me. Anyway, so just quickly cover this. We have there the empty shell, as most of these Greenlights do. Hobby Shop takes it one step further by making the entire packaging a part of it. And this is the first time I actually have a gas pump, and this is the retro gas pumps. And as you can see, Greenlight has done a fairly good job of being able to print the numbers, the premium, the gas, all that stuff. Leaded gasoline, right? Back in the day. So for and the little ticker, I remember this actually, traveling out west. And there's the other side, and there's a little hose. And this would be for only one vehicle. So this actually, if you take a look at it, this actually makes more sense with this. But I'm not going to get into what Greenlight does with their stuff and how they sell it. That's somebody else's problem. So for those who want to be disappointed really early on, you will not be. The Bel Air's hood opens, but we will save it for last. I just checked right now just to confirm it. So we will do that last. pink interior, not or magenta, depending on your opinion. Not truly a fan of, but you have the wipers, the defroster, the border on the windshield, and it is nice and clear to see into. And then here you have the grille. I will bring up the cars to comparison later on. The two lights on either end, also to comparison. License plate in the front has nothing on it. There's the Chevrolet symbol. And it is the classic Chevrolet symbol, so not like the Corvette with the racing things like these Impalas will have. This is the classic Chevrolet with the red arrows on either side. Lights are done reasonably well. They're not inserts, just molded and painted over. Onto the right side, you can see a rare production defect right there. The gap was not stamped in. I did not see that from the outside of the package. You can just see there what I mean. It's not pressed inside. Anyway, right side, there is not. The wheels appear to be reasonably well done. There you have the racing thing I was talking about for Chevrolet. The indicators actually are not painted either. So, I don't know. Door handle, keyhole painted on. Chrome stripe painted. Into the back, what I was saying earlier about the Impala, you're going to see this later on. So for those of you who know more about the Impalas than I do, feel free to chime in. I just have the mini versions of them, so that's what I'm going by. These are not very common in Canada because we have this thing called winter and unrestricted road salt warfare on it, and it will absolutely destroy a lot of these older cars. They are not treated well. And by treated, I mean rust-proofed or kept in the garage. There are a classic car, and it's just like nearly impossible for me to flex bend this and shove it in there, so I will just pretend it's in. The gas cap, the major difference between the left and the right side. Actually, there's another difference too. No, there isn't, and it says Bel Air there before the indicator. I totally missed that, and the other side does it as well, and the only reason I saw that is because I saw that. And for the most part, I do really like these wheel rims. And when they're done really nicely, the white wall tires, they look really, really nice. But when they're done poorly and oblong painted, they look terrible. Just saying it. So, onto the bottom. Like I brought up before, we have the cross, but I really do actually... This is growing on me. This is highly unusual left to the right. Where the exhaust is, unfortunately, Greenlight does not follow up towards the back of the car. GL209 is the Greenlight number for those keeping track. And how new is this casting? It says 2021. Obviously made in China. And then 1963 Bel Air. No trim level whatsoever. We have there orange painted on the other side. And then there you have it. So, now on to the complicated part. The engine looks extremely similar to this Impala there. The Gulfstream, that's the SS. As you can see, they are 99% the same. The angle, though, with this is a little bit farther over, but that just could be Greenlight. As you can see, it does want to move, but I don't want to break it. So anyway, just quickly, I know this video is sort of running on, but you can see there a certain degree of similarity. Obviously, these companies, and with Greenlight too, the hood too, you can see that it's near identical in terms of Greenlight saving money by just reusing parts from one to the other. And obviously the Bel Air has some cosmetic differences, but once again, this is the highest end of the Impala, and we don't know the trim for the other one. They are obviously nearly the same length. The Impala does look a little bit longer, and obviously there's some bumper differences in the front. In the back, and in fact, it does obviously look very Thunderbirdy, but that's a Ford product, not a Chevrolet. And once again, I'm a fan of the gas cap. I brought this up earlier, same side as the driver, because who wants to walk all the way around? And then there you can obviously 99% they are the same, except for the 6 of the Impala's rear lights and the 4 of the Bel Air. The trunk too has that little spacer there in the front. Obviously the Impala does not have that. And then once again, the sides are almost the same. Gas cap on the good side, and then I brought this up. So fans and friends, like I said, you buy what you like what you buy. How many of these Impalas do I have? Why do I have them? Because I like them. And I really actually am a huge fan of this blue wall tires. Would it have been better with this wheel Perhaps I'm just too lazy. I don't want to. It's really difficult to pull the tire out without the wheel with this little wheel cover wheel cover. So anyway, I don't want to spout over this Impala because this Impala is not the focus of this video. It is this Bel Air, and it drives very well. People who have Bel Airs, let me know. But like I said, the major issue with this car is you're going to take it out of the package, look for it first, letting you know, and it's probably not on every single one, but it just happened to be on mine, and I did not notice until I took it out. Is this little gap here, and you see the little plastic tab there? I could probably break it, and then it'll just simply physically force itself down. But I don't want to break it. And actually, interestingly, you can actually see on the other side where that tab goes. So that's a Greenlight issue. Anyway, Chevrolet Bel Air 1963 version of the car from Series 15 of the Hobby Series. If you can't find the Running on Empty, that's not a bad one either. A lot of the Nissan Skylines I have are entirely from that. There's one I have from Running on Empty. But, I mean, if you get what you find what you get. Like what you find, like what you get. They're not the same thing. Just keep that in mind. It's Thomas from Toronto. Thank you for watching this 11-minute video. If you would like me to recap anything or compare all the Impalas across all the manufacturers I have, feel free. Harass me on YouTube. I don't mind. Most of the cars are within reach. Not all of them. Some of them have been traded for other stuff, and some of them have not. Anyway, fans and friends, like I said before, thanks for watching. This is Thomas from Toronto, and till the next one.